Different change of pace on this video here. Instead of moto camping, we're going sled camping. It's late April, the snowpack's kind of holding on. I'm really kicking myself for not riding my snowmobile very much lately. So my wife and I just said, you know what? Tomorrow's the day, it's supposed to be 75 and sunny. Let's drive up, hit the snow line, unload the sleds, spend the night down by the lake, get out, squeeze some throttle, and take in some springtime views on the sled. So let's load them up, let's head north. Seems like a good day to go ride some snowmobiles, huh? It's April, it's sunny. It got a little colder last night than expected. We got out of town late, so we just stopped at a state park campground. Worked out great, super quiet. There's nobody up here since it's the off season. And we're like 6-7 miles from the road we're gonna go up to try and access for snow. Definitely got a little colder than expected last night. My wife and I were cuddling for some warmth there. I was very thankful to have another body in the tent last night for a little bit of extra warmth. I think we're gonna have some coffee, make some breakfast, and then see if we can go ride some snowmobiles today. I don't think anybody else in this campground is riding snowmobiles and or even thinking about snowmobiles. Reoccurring theme on this channel, be different, push limits, have a little fun. What makes this spot so special is my wife and I got married up here a year ago. Surrounded by our friends and family, these mountains are where we feel the most alive and overwhelmed with the spirit of adventure. What drew us west was the love of the outdoors, the idea that we too could explore the peaks and valleys of these beautiful forests. We knew today wasn't going to be about the epic snow or how much terrain we covered. It was about taking full advantage of the incredible backyard in the area we get to call home. Packed up a camp, heading up the mountain. I have absolutely no idea where the snow line's at. I have not been out much at all this spring. Honestly, it's been, shit, when was I out last? Anyways, last time I was out was a totally different zone, and it's just been hit or miss with the snow this year, but they got like 2 to 3 feet up here last week. It's been 70 degrees and sunny ever since, but there's fresh wet snow now on top of the old snow, which is a bit of a double-edged sword because it could just kind of cover up rocks that have been starting to poke out here in the spring. We're gonna see though, we're gonna give it a go. The whole point is it's currently 65 degrees and 11 in the morning, and we get to go ride our snowmobiles after camping on the lake last night. Not a huge fan of this. You get these north-facing aspects after it snowed, and all the snowmobiles going up it all year, and they're just polished. I don't think it goes on for very long, but it's slick. Okay, we hit as far as we can go up the road. The problem here is these roads wind back and forth from north facing to south facing. And this is a super heavily traveled trail in the winter, so it's solid ice this time of the year. It's not like you could crawl up it safely. So we're gonna put the bird in the sky here and look ahead and see. Even if it's not covered in snow, we don't really have any other options, so we'll be running some dirt.
We're vlogging.
Yeah, she knows nothing about cameras, so no promises in how this video looks.
I think I'm killing it, to be honest.
Here comes the bird. I got any of my sledder fans on here. I run Ether monosuit, 509 Ether monosuit. It's 25K, 45K, waterproof breathability, like super reinforced stitches. We make it in a monosuit and a two-piece. It's been my go-to piece for pretty much the last 3 seasons. And I kind of every year, if you don't know, I work at 509, and every year I try to wear an Ether for pretty much the whole season, which is normally anywhere from 60 to 70 days. And the thing withstands every bit of it. It's a pretty well-rounded, awesome piece. Shameless plug. I forgot the mount for the Insta360. I have a dash mount, so I'm getting some serious MacGyvering going here with what we have. A little mini blowtorch, a screwdriver, a handful of other items, and trying to transfer that mount onto the visor. See if I can make it work. That was some MacGyver and a half. No promises on this Insta360 angle, but we tried our hardest with what we had available. Let's make sure my wife, there she is. At this point, I really didn't care what the snow conditions were like. Honestly, I'm a pretty simple guy. You stick me on my snowmobile, you stick me in the mountains. I'm generally in a pretty dang good mood. Now, even though I wasn't really focused on the snow conditions, I was focused on trying to get up into the Alpine. Right about here's when I kind of figured it wasn't going to happen, which is a bummer. I know better. I have a really good understanding on the mountains and weather patterns, and we're coming up a southwest facing slope which has been sun-baked for weeks now on end. Hindsight, we could have drove around to the other side of the mountains and came up the east and north facing aspects and had no problem getting up into the Alpine, but we really wanted to camp out in the lake and enjoy some time together and wake up next to the water. That's a giant hole with rocks right there. And if you want to walk, I'll ride it. Now, that doesn't mean I wasn't going to give it a good effort. And effort is definitely what we gave it. At this point, I'm just navigating through an absolute minefield, pointing out to my wife that there's definitely some A-arm benders in the mix coming up through this little slot. I knew my wife was not very comfortable in this type of stuff. She's an incredibly good rider, but these spring conditions is extremely challenging. The snow is fast. There's what we call landmines underneath it, where rocks are starting to get uncovered as the snow melts. It's unpredictable, There's a lot of variables when trying to navigate the backcountry this time of the year, and I could just tell it wasn't something we were comfortable with, just the two of us.
There's a lot of rocks right there. You just like can't go on edge right here. I like ran over 14 rocks right here.
It ends up being a situation that can go south real quick and end up totaling a snowmobile.
Not worth it.
Wow. Very sweaty.
This is crazy. There's usually,
These boulders are all gone normally. I haven't seen this like this ever, actually, this time of the year.
there's a north facing old cut block over here, and
It's not about getting into gnarly stuff today, because it can get gnarly real quick. So I think we're just gonna go over there and ride that and have some fun and soak up some sun. I've spent years riding gnarly terrain with some of the best riders in the world. And sometimes just riding a fire road in some springtime snow makes me just as happy. After every good adventure, you always think, how could you improve it? What could you have changed to make your experience even better? I don't think every single adventure needs that. I think a lot of people forget to live in the moment of the adventure and just soak it up for what it is.
way too icy. Yeah, it's a bummer.
You could hem and haw about which way to get up there, how the day's gonna play out, plan every mile, every minute. But the fact is, you just gotta go out and do it. And the number one takeaway from all of this is we didn't stay home. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.